We are leaving Gustavia tonight to continue our journey to Antigua.
By the way, we used Starlink on the water for the first time. Later on, I'll let you know how it went. If you haven't watched episode about Starlink modification and installation, here is the link.
Getting out was 10 times easier than going in, right?
Yeah, piece of cake.
It was around 4 p.m. We moved out of the tight city marina for departure at midnight. Our plan was to just relax before the nighttime sailing, but there was an accident. When I shut the bridge, I broke the hinge before departure to Antigua.
Yeah, the hinge was 5-year-old or something. The large refrigerator door fell apart just before departure. I didn't have a spare parts, but somehow we managed to fix it. Countersunk the hole and rivet the end, but once I have a chance, I'm gonna let it spot weld somewhere. But for now, I'm gonna hold.
And the dinner for tonight is ground beef.
Ground beef, as usual, very nice.
With a lot of vegetables. Enjoy!
We are at Gustavia Port at the mouth of the harbor. We get off the mooring ball because we want to leave after dark. Want to leave at midnight. That's at least how the weather look like. We'll be right on the beam, but we'll see what happens. Since the sun is so low, I would just suggest we should hoist the code 0 before it gets too dark. We still have to change the line.
I agree.
See you later. Sea was flat, wind was gentle, it was for motor sailing, and right against this beautiful sunrise.
Good morning! It's been 9 hours since we left Gustavia.
We wait for this day probably close to 10 days. Just make sure it's gonna be easier. Well, we make a water, charge the batteries, right? Put a generator, bigger half of the trip, and we might try code 0, but I'll see if it. Well, we have to have a broad reach, and this is a little bit evening, so we'll try.
In about 3 hours, we should reach at Jolly Harbour.
The wind was light, but luckily it shifted a little bit to the broad ridge. So I pulled my secret weapon, code 0. I love this sail. It performs in a light wind. It's a miracle. It improved the speed so I could shut the engine. All what you can hear, it's a water maker running on the batteries. Well, this is first time this year that we hoist code 0. Well, this time adjusted properly. Everything works perfect. Last 1.5 on the top for stem stretch. We are aiming 45 degree up the wind. Can't believe it, that works so good. It's cooking pretty good, yeah. And in 9 knot speed, wind speed, we're doing close to 5, 4.7. That's pretty good ratio. Like this. To run it like that, I turn off the engine and running water maker on batteries, so it's taking 65 amp out of the batteries. This is with code 0. Wind speed versus speed. It's a pretty good ratio. Starlink begin to work again, and that's a good reminder we're in the coastal water, and so we have to hoist the yellow flag. The original idea was to get to English Harbour, but wind shift arrived earlier, and Jolly Harbour was just a perfect shelter for that wind direction, so we end up over there.
It's 1 p.m. The journey was 12 hours and 45 minutes. Martin is going to proceed to customs, and then we will be free to go.
Yep, I just get up my paperwork and I'll be right back. Okay, we're clear then. Yes, well, it was very easy. Everything was easy actually. We picked the day, one of 10 days actually, that was the easiest to make it Sunday ride actually. Like
I agree, and I appreciate it.
Near the end actually we get in a proper angle to try a code 0 and tropical sail loft in a cold bay in Saint Martin. Done fantastic job. They adjust the torque line, they adjust everything. It just fit like a racing boat. There is last maybe 10 inches of adjustment. Everything is perfect. Starlink, back to Starlink. We have a US or actually American Continental, so Mexico, US, Canada package, Rome. But there is some option to add, well, we're 15 miles from Antigua, and we're getting message unexpected location. Please use your Starlink on land or update your service. So I assume it should start working closer to land and updating package. The system works, I realize actually. So what they do, each island, at least what we visit, had some Starlink, and today I realize actually they provide service up to the legal border, so those 10 or 12 miles of the shore. It still works actually, it started working. I tried 15 miles close to Antigua, nothing worked, and then a few minutes later, maybe 10 minutes later, start working. So I think it is related to the sea border, 12 miles of the coast. Yeah, everything works. We're
that's
back
the conclusion to our Starlink project, right?
Yes, because we have a basic package which is only for inland, but the courtesy, it works on the border lines.
Yeah, it works nicely. I love it.
And beautiful solution is, if you don't have it, there's always connection to satellite, but they ask you if you want to pay for C package, which was $169 per 1 gigabyte on the top of the plan.
Jolly Harbour is a gated community around the marina. Along the boardwalk, there are bars and restaurants where happy hours bring great atmosphere. It's also a beautiful spot to watch sunset. Within close proximity to the marina, there's a marine shop, boatyard, grocery store, etc., which is great for sailing destination.
We just walk around neighborhood, exploring all kind of hidden corners, and I maintain a water maker, exchange the filters, and then in a couple of days we continue.
We had a nice and easy stay in Jolly Harbour waiting for the wind shift, and looks like it is going to happen the next day. We're getting ready to leave Antigua and heading to Guadeloupe. We stayed here in Jolly Harbour for 4 days, and we considered moving towards Paramount Bay or English Harbour, but checking 4 days, 5 days forecast, we figured that this is a great opportunity to go further south. Otherwise, we would be here for another week or so. And even though we have open schedule, we really can't afford spending too much time in the same spot. So yeah, we both agreed that we will move on today, and we're looking forward to seeing Guadeloupe, the brand new adventure.